Welcome to Truly Heal and thanks for your interest in the PMT 120. We had so many questions that I thought I'll create a video and take you through. Number one, pad. A lot of people have requested the pad for the device and I know it's available and I'm happy to sell it to you, but I don't think it's suitable because those pads to lay on and to relax and to have the warmth and to have the treatment, they fit 10 times better to those oscillating devices which resonate your body into gear, but not to the PMT. First of all, it's not very comfy because it really hits your heart. And secondary, it's a lot better to localize the area which you want to treat. And if you do 5 times 3 minutes and you move it around your body, you're completely done. You've activated every area that is relevant, and that's what we call a therapeutic effect. So the pad is not really relevant for this type of device. It comes with the loop, it comes with the butterfly, which is one of my favorites because you can use it in so many ways. You can put it over your knee for a knee treatment and it boxes straight away all angles. You can use it for tennis elbows, for a defect shoulder, you put it over the top. You can even take it and plug it in and then have a brain treatment, which they do on a very light level, and I'll explain that in a moment. You don't overdo that, but you can do brain treatment, you can do thyroid treatment, you can do hip treatment, as you've seen in the video with the soccer team. So there is many ways, and because it's a double coil and extremely concentrated, you can use it for deep tissue concentrated treatments of liver or deep-seated organs. A lot of females use the double loop for incontinence because it's really strong, and if you sit on it and you make yourself a little cushion so it's nicely padded outside around and you activate that area, incontinence is proven or shown to go away very fast. So it's a really beautiful treatment and those applicators are perfectly okay. We have one more which I haven't here at the moment. It's the rope. The rope is 5 meters and you wrap that around and we show you some images how to use it, but that's all you need. If you have a solid tumor, you can have the paddle, the intensity paddle with it, which is a very deep penetration, very intense treatment to actually destroy tumor tissue, as Dr. Rao and many other doctors in Germany do. Second hand. Now this is this is a device that is 5 years old. It was produced 2010. It has something like 280 hours and it's now just been sold for $14,000. So the second-hand value of those devices is very high. And it's very simple. They last for a lifetime. They work without any problems. And even if you have hundreds of hours and you need a new spark chamber, that's not a big expense to be exchanged. So that's a device that you buy for life or you pass on or you sell very easily. And we have always demand for second-hand because not everybody can afford a new one. Danger and precautions. It's not that this device is dangerous. You can't really do a lot of harm, except if someone has a pacemaker. So that's a very big no-no. The electric field is so extremely strong that it blows electrical equipment. I just blew in the previous recording my microphone. So if you have any kind of electronic device, car keys, anything, and you turn it on, it blows the fuse. Yeah, it's always a time to replace. The other problem, and this is probably the most significant, if you have a treatment, let's say you turn this thing on, let's turn it on, then you start the process. Now you hear the tick. Now that's the magnetic pulse and it's extremely strong. Now let's just say somebody has the idea to put it now over their head in order to have a thyroid treatment. They would actually cause damage to their brain. You don't want to do that. If you have it, always turn it down, put it over your head and then turn it slowly up so that you have that chest and shoulder and thyroid treatment. Now you can hear it now. It's very quiet, just a little tick. Now that's the form to use it as a brain treatment. And even that is still a little bit much. So see, now I can feel exactly where I have the activation of my brain, and it's used for ALS, for depression, for anxiety, for detox of the brain, for brain tumors. It's a really beautiful tool, but more does not help more, especially if we talk about the brain. You go very gentle, very careful, and if you put it over your head like that, it's not a problem, but if it's turned on, it hurts, and you don't want to do that. So that's main precautions: electric equipment and putting it over your head. And also, if you have lots of different metals in your mouth, it can be quite intense if you have it close to your dental area, to your teeth, because it really aggravates. Self-responsible, build a little bit of a routine. See, we have this device in a self-help group now, and they come together, they meet regularly, once or twice a week for a game evening. They play games, they play cards, they exchange, they cook, they bring all different recipes, things that they try out, and they sit together. And then everybody has a 15-minute treatment, and it really just goes in a circle. So once a week, and I'll show you the calculation in a moment, it's really cool. They get together, have treatment, have a very nice social evening, and do their treatment together. What they do, and this is what I mean with self-responsible, everybody signed the waiver that they do it on their own responsibility, and everybody puts or looks after the other, that they put their wallet and mobile phone and everything into a little basket at the side and don't damage it. I killed 3 credit cards, and I tell you, it's a pain in the butt. Shipping to different countries. Now that's a bit of a challenge because many countries have pretty strict import regulations, rules, taxes, duties, and all of that, which make it difficult. For example, Canada has several times broken open the case, cut open the robe to check if something inside, and then passed on a completely ripped and destroyed device to the clients. And I don't know why they do it, but it's certainly not nice. So we stopped shipping into Canada. We don't ship into South Africa and Israel, because customs there are really making it difficult. And in that case, in Canada, it's very simple. You just ship it to UPS, DHL, FedEx across the border, and then you just drive down, get it in your car, put it in a suitcase, and take it back home. Not a problem at all, and you won't have any problem. We've imported so many of those devices into Canada, and they all run well. It's just customs can be very challenging. All right. We have a lot of clubs and groups that purchase this device together. And if you look at the treatment, you have a 15-minute treatment, and if you calculate $40 to $50 per treatment, $20,000 divided by 50 is 400 treatments to pay off the device. Now you say 400 times 50 weeks per year, 1 year, we don't even calculate more, that's 9 treatments per week. 9 treatments, that's 3 hours. If you create a social evening and you do that once a week, like our ladies group in Badrim in Maroochydore does, once a week, and they get together and they put the money into the device, in 1 year it's completely paid off. So it's a really great investment. And then afterwards you have regularly your income from using it. And if you do 2 or 3 and you do combine it with some cooking classes and some nice experience to share good recipes, this can be a really, really effective way. And there is one thing that I really would like you to know. Once you've experienced the power of this device and how fast it actually helps you repair, injuries and long-term scars, you'll have word of mouth go around like crazy. I just had a gentleman in New Zealand, just as a final, and he couldn't lift his arm higher than that. And he was always in pain. And also, during the workshop, he sat down, used the butterfly, started on very low and slowly increased and had a few treatments. Next day, he came up and could move in all ways. He purchased one, and from him now, a whole series of new devices have gone out. So if you once experience how well it works, you are definitely keen to have one close by.